Hey besties, welcome back to the channel. We're in a bit of a different setup as you saw from the b-roll, and excuse my blush, I don't know why, but it got patchy on this cheek. I don't know what happened. Either way, we are in a different scenery and I'm going to take you through it. I figured I'd pick up the camera and I'm going to take you with me for the next couple of days, and we're going to do a little life update. But before I do that, I'm going to clean my surfaces and then I'm going to put away my stuff. So I figured we could do that together, and then we'll do a little chat and I'll take you through why I'm here and what it is that I'm doing. So I'm going to start off first with this desk. I do have my wipes there, the Clorox wipes. I figure I'm going to give this a nice little sani because I'm going to probably use this area to do my makeup in the mornings. But let me just put you guys down. Okay, and I do have the window open. I was trying to air out the place because it's a little bit musty. I know the lighting's a bit dark, but I'll turn you guys around because you're probably not even going to see me. And there's somebody who's parking their car. So if you hear their motor, that's why. But I do want to wipe down the surfaces that I'm going to be using while I'm here. Because as I said, I'm going to use this area to probably do my makeup and eat sometimes. So yeah, I do apologize for the lighting. I do have my clip light here, but you guys can see me. And I'm just wiping the remote, but I like that they have like a Roku remote, so I could watch Netflix on the TV. I did also bring my iPad, so I can watch Netflix on my iPad. My camera's trying to track me, so if I go out of focus, that's why. And since we're in this little area, I'm going to tell you how we're making this like budget friendly, and we're doing the thing, and it'll all make sense in a bit. But they do have a fridge here, so I'm going to take you through. I've already gone ahead and set it up. I'm really hoping you guys can see inside there. So I have my 3 meals here. I did meal prep, and then in the Ziploc container at the bottom, I have my breakfast. I have some stuff to do, like a mini charcuterie. I do have some fruits, and in the back, you can see Swiss Chalet, like a Swiss Chalet container there. So yeah, just turn you guys around so that you can see me. Because right now you're probably just seeing into the restroom. So, oh, it did get really dark, tragically. Okay, that's better. Way better. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put up my clothes, and I really like the fact that they do have hangers so you could hang up your stuff. So I'm basically going to just do b-roll of that stuff now. I don't really think I need to talk you through that, and then we'll do a mini life update after. Alright, so these are the 2 outfits that I'm going to be wearing for the time that I'm here. I just have business casual, so I just have a pair of blue jeans with a white tee and this nice brown vest. Then I have just a black pair of pants. They look like track pants, but they're business casual as well. A nice little black tee, and then to dress it up and to make it a little monochromatic without it being all black, I went with the white blazer. I'm just debating right now if I'm going to hang up my PJs here or if I'm just going to fold them. I'm probably just going to fold them because I have 2 end tables. One just has my stuff on it right now. So like my card case, my keys, and my sunglasses. And then that one's empty, so I might just put my PJs there And then I have my electronics on the bed, but I can just move those to the side where my keys and stuff are, just to keep everything together. All right, so I am finished getting set up. The window's still open. I think it'll be fine. There's not a lot of traffic where I am. So yeah, we're gonna get into a little life update in a minute, basically walk you through where I am at currently and why we are here in a different location. And I have no qualms about sharing my location right now because I am not going to be here when you see this. I do vlog in real time, but obviously I don't post in real time. So I'm totally comfortable with telling you where I am. So currently I'm at the Howard Johnson Inn in Gananoque. Yes, an inn. I have my reservations about inn, but we're doing a budget-friendly stay, and essentially that's what it is. I just need somewhere that I can sleep for 2 nights and basically be able to do the things that I need to do. So we're basically going to spend the next couple days with each other, and I'm going to share with you the reason why I'm here. So a couple weeks ago, probably a month ago by now, I had put information about me looking for a job in my vlog. I had finally gotten a job, but I did have my reservations about the situation, but I still moved forward with it anyway. So about a month ago, I had gotten a job offer for a job. I wasn't entirely sure how I felt about it because the interview, for me, it didn't feel like it went very well. I answered the questions to the best of my ability and all of that stuff. Sorry, I'm looking out the window because I can basically hear what's going on next door to me. So the interview was kind of meh. They kept popping in and out of the Zoom, and their body language just displayed that they didn't want to be there. Left me feeling kind of like, you know what, I don't think I'm even going to get a call back. So about a week later, I had received an email from a job agency, an agency that my sister works for. They wanted to do a pre-screening interview and they wanted to schedule a follow-up interview. So I had emailed them back stating that I was open and answered the pre-screening questions, but I scheduled it to send on Monday at 8. And then within a half an hour, I had received a job offer for the place that I interviewed for. It was an ECE position, and I was honestly looking forward to it. I don't have any qualms about working with children. When I moved to Montreal, my first job was as an after-school coordinator, so I do enjoy working with children. It just happens that I primarily work with older adults, and I really do, like, that's my niche. Older adults are my niche. So I was okay with the after-school coordinator because, again, I'm kind of like in limbo about master's programs and what I want to do. So I said, you know what, it's just going to be a job that's going to carry me until the end of the year, like until September of next year, so September 2026. So you know what, it's okay. Plus, the more experience I have, the better for me in the long run. So I responded, took the job. Now, the waiting period in between our start time when I would meet my supervisor and just anything of that nature, it was still up in the air very much so. So I was talking to my mom and I said, I really don't know how I feel because everything just seems so, you know, fly by the seat of your pants. And I'm not a fly by the seat of your pants type of person. So that was an adjustment for me. So I just said, okay, I'll go with the flow. So our initial meeting, the very first time we met with my supervisor and my colleague, we were there for maybe 4.5 hours, and it still just seemed very meh. So did the walkthrough, did the tour, and then on our first day of work, which would have been September 4th, I think. Now I'm gonna grab my phone because I just want to make sure that I get the dates right for that part. Like, to give you the onboarding and all of that other stuff for my job, I would have to go back like in my emails for that stuff. So yeah, no, so it would have been the 2nd of September is when we did our first meet to do our staff meeting and go over policies, procedures, get started for the 3rd because we would have opened on the 3rd. So when I went on the 2nd, things just still kind of seemed very up in the air, and my colleague was talking to me and she asked me, how do I feel about things? And I said to her, honestly, I feel as though everything is just there's no structure. And she agreed and she said, you know, I thrive on structure as well, but she's trying to feel it out and see how it'll go. So, okay. And you're partway through policies and procedures and we're talking. My supervisor has the gall to say to us, she already thought about quitting. That was like the biggest red flag for me ever, because one, you should not be telling me that. You should not be making me privy to anything that's going on behind the scenes. I'm all for transparency and keeping it 1,000. But if you want your employees to stay, don't ring the alarm bells that, hey, by the way, I thought about quitting. So about half an hour before our day is going to end on the 2nd, we're told she's not even sure if we're opening on the 8th of September, or sorry, opening the following day, the 3rd. The 8th is an important day. So I said to myself, okay, she'll obviously explain to us what is what. She turns around and says, well, the executive director sent an email to the parents saying that we were opening on the 8th. So, okay, we end the day, we go home, get an email, well, I get a text because we created a group chat, and she says to us, yeah, we are not opening tomorrow. I said to myself, okay, we didn't get our licensing, so we're probably going to open on the 8th, but that date is tentative. My being just like saved my body when I saw the text. So I said, okay, cool. I said, all right. So, and she's like, well, she's not paying you for the Thursday and the Friday, the 4th and the 5th. Okay, fine, granted. So then I said, for the 3rd, are we going to get paid for the 3 hours? Because by law, you have to pay us 3 hours because you didn't give us notice. And then they're like, well, no, we'll give you the whole day. At first, she was like, well, she's only paying you for 3 hours. And we're like, oh, okay, strange. And then turns around, okay, she'll pay you for the whole entire day, but there's trainings, there's other things that you need to do, get done, whatever. So I said, okay, cool. But I already had it in my head that I was going to start looking for other work. Because I said, if this is how things are starting off and there's no guarantee as to what is exactly taking place, I can't do this. I'm already having my reservations about the lack of structure. Like, I don't need you to hover over me, but I do need to know what the clear directions are and what are the expectations of my job. Because even when I asked for them, they were not clear. And I don't want it to come back to me later that, well, you're not doing X, Y, and Z in the 3rd. Well, one, you never told me X, Y, and Z in the 3rd were supposed to be done. Either way, fast forward to the 10th, I knew that there was a job fair that was going to be taking place. So I was already aggressively handing out my CV and applying to jobs. But I knew that there was a job fair taking place on the 10th of September. So I went to the job fair. Now, let me tell you, this is the first job fair that I've been to that I've seen that many people. But I interviewed, so I did a pre-screening interview, and then I moved on to the interview selection for an interview. Mind you, my interview was only 10 minutes, and I saw other people who were interviewing for a good whole half an hour. So I said, okay, she only asked me 3 questions. I answered them, and I know that my answers were strong. They were the answers that, textbook answers that you'd be looking for, right? So I answered them, but then I saw the lady in the parking lot. So I said, okay, obviously she just wanted to get out of here. She's like, oh, that's all I have for you. So they were opening 6 new homes, but there's a home in my area that they already have. And I've applied there before in the past. I applied there when I wasn't even in the field. Then I applied when I did my diploma. So I said, you know what? It is what it is at this point, but either way. So I applied there because it is close to home. They also had positions in rec therapy, what I went to school for. So I figured, you know what, let me go do a job that I'm going to get paid for, that I went to school for, working with a population that I enjoy working with. Sorry, so my battery light was flashing, but yeah, so working with a population that I enjoy working with and doing what I went to school for. So that is why I'm here in Gananoque, because I'm going to be going to a training orientation that is taking place in Kingston. Now we're saying, well, why are you driving pretty much 2 hours to go do this? Because the next training doesn't start in Ottawa until October. And I don't want to be sitting in limbo for much longer. Basically, I have a paycheck that's warranted to me from this prior job. And then after that, I'm basically going to be waiting to get paid from this job. So it's like, if I were to start in the middle of October, I'm probably not going to see a decent amount of cash flow coming to me until probably November. And I said, you know what, this has been enough. You know, yes, I did purchase a few things, you know, and I also went on vacation, but this is because I thought, okay, you know what, I had a job, and I also didn't want to limit myself, and I had also been living off of my savings. But either way, that is the life update. We got a job, turned out to be not what we were hoping for. So we are here in Gananoque, going to Kingston. and making it do what it do. I don't even know what I'm going to do for the rest of today, to be honest. I did bring 2 books with me. I brought Les Lots Plus ou Moins, this one that I've been trying to get through. By trying to get through, you see what I mean by trying. So French is not my first language, but I am bilingual. But in order to keep my bilingualism, I've been saying that I'm going to read more French books. I probably shouldn't have bought a book that didn't interest me. I bought this for I think $2 at Habitat for Humanity when they were having their book fair, but they didn't really have many French books. But I do know that Indigo has a French section, so maybe what I will do is get like a romance novel in French, and then that'll probably make me want to reach for it and pick it up more. This I'm struggling to pick up. And then I want to start getting back into my reading because Les Lots Plus ou Moins, it's creating a reading slump for me. So what I'm thinking is what I'm going to do is I'm going to bounce back and forth between a book. So I'll read a bit out of this one and then I will read some of another novel. So right now I'm going to read Beg, Borrow or Steal by Sarah Adams. I bought this in the summertime. A lot of books I did buy in the summertime, but again, I've been picking up or trying to pick this one up, and I try to finish a novel every time, so before I pick up a new one. But because Les Plus ou Moins is just, you know, it's not cutting it for me. It's hard, so that's why I brought 2 novels. What time is it? It's 5:36. I mean, I set an alarm clock for 6 for tomorrow. I don't really know the area, so I don't think I'm going to go for a walk. I think I'm just going to take Tuesdays and Monday and Tuesday as a rest day and just do that. It kind of pains me because I love to stay active, but I don't know the area and it just seems very... I think I'm in downtown Gananoque, I think. Gananoque is very small, but the main strip that I was driving on is pretty much all businesses. I saw Starbucks and McDonald's, Timmy's, I think, and Shoppers Drug Mart, if I didn't say that already. So, and I'm looking across because there's a Distorted Visions tattoo parlor across the street. I'm not going to go get any ink, but, you know, it's tempting because it's right adjacent from my bedroom. But yeah, the rest of the night's probably just going to be really, really chill. Since I am going into Kingston tomorrow, what I'm thinking is I'll go into Kingston. I'm thinking of going to their mall. I've never been to their shopping mall. I've been to the outlet, but I've never been to their shopping plaza. So I think I'll do that tomorrow. So yeah, so I'm gonna go to work tomorrow. That I'm probably not gonna show you, to be honest. They do breakfast at 7 here. It's a continental style breakfast, so it's not a lot of anything, but they do put stuff out. I did ask if there's coffee. She said there's coffee all day from until 10 o'clock. I'm obviously not going to drink coffee, but I should have checked to see if there was tea until 10. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll walk there and see if there's tea, like hot water and tea bags. It's probably a gamble. So yeah, it's probably just going to be a really chill remainder of the night. If I'm being honest, I'll probably just pop on the TV and go on Netflix. And then I don't even know if I would want to go on Netflix here because I have to sign into my stuff. So what I might do is I might just watch Netflix on my iPad because I'm already signed into all of that. I just have to get onto the Wi-Fi here. And yeah, so yeah, it's just going to be a really chill evening. I'm going to probably eat, wash my face, do all of that fun stuff. And yeah, just honestly just chill for the rest of the night. I'm kind of tired. I did go out last night, so yeah. But yeah, I'm just gonna take it easy today. But that's my little update, my life update. But I figured I would take you guys through this because I am very transparent about the things that do happen on my channel, and I figured it'd be a good way for us to connect because it's hard out here in these streets. Maybe tomorrow we can talk about the woes of like being unemployed and trying to find a job, because I know that the unemployment rates are rising. So I know that it can be really, really hard, but just stay to the grind and stay true to it. But we can digress and talk a little bit more to Either way, I did stop off at the gas station to get a coffee. There was a Tim's and a McDonald's in the area. I just didn't know how long it was going to take in the morning. So I said, you know what, let me just continue and let me go to my route. I'm looking around haphazardly because I also did get some snacks. I don't have any, like I have a few snacks with me, but I didn't really bring too much. I have 2 RX bars. I'm looking around because yes, there's cars passing by and I'm in the parking lot of the long-term care residence. But either way, 2 RX bars. I have the chocolate and sea salt, and then I have the peanut butter chocolate. So I'm gonna bring those with me. I should honestly get in that habit. Actually, this one I can bring for sure. The chocolate and sea salt, well, it may contain nuts. I know that they have almonds for sure. Either way, I'm gonna bring them with me. It doesn't say that it's a nut-free place, and I'll just use my discretion with what I decide to do with that. So yeah, I did get some coffee. It's just a decaf with some Splenda, and then that's about it. I am here. I'm early. What time is it? It is 8:40. Mind you, I got here around like 8:20. I did go to the gas station, which is close by, and then I came right back here. So I'm gonna go call my mom just to let her know that I made it really safe. I don't know why, but my lips look really ashy on camera. They're not in person. So right now I look like one singular tone with gloss. Either way, I'm gonna call my mom, let her know that I made it safely, and I'm gonna go in. I'm here till 5 o'clock today, and then I'm gonna go to the mall. I want to map out and see how far the mall is, because depending on how far it is, I might not even go. And yeah, either way, I will touch back a little bit later. I don't know if I'm gonna eat lunch in there or if I'm gonna eat lunch in the car. But either way, you probably will not see me again until later this afternoon.
Know you got something to give. I kinda like it when you call me wonderful. Whenever the time to talk it is, come on then. I gotta know you're meant to be the man I need. Talk to me.
All right, so I am back home. Actually, you know what? Let me take out my AirPod. I was on the phone and then I ended up being on hold for a really long time. Speaking of which, my phone is ringing, but give me one sec, guys. I'm just gonna text that I'm gonna call them back in like a few because I've basically been on hold, put me on hold for a really long time. And I said, you know what? It's probably not a really long time. It's a really long time for other people. For me, it's like, after like the 30-second mark of being on hold, I'm like, yeah, this has been too long. So, I mean, it's probably been a minute since I was on hold. And then my aunt was supposed to call me back. She didn't, so she's just calling me back now. So I'm telling her I'll call her in 5. Today was pretty productive, but I feel really exhausted. I'm not even going to sit here and lie. I did binge watch Black Rabbit on Netflix yesterday. It was so good. And the other thing too is I don't sleep well when I'm not at home, so I really wanted to tire myself out, and it worked like a charm because by the time 6 o'clock rolled around today, I was already awake before my alarm. But then I said, let me go back to bed and I'll get up at 7. So that's why I did not make it to the continental breakfast today. And I'm thinking I'm gonna go tomorrow. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is probably get up, well, it's at 7, the breakfast. It's just I don't really want to get up super early unless I go to bed at 10. Then I will get up at 6 and get ready like an hour beforehand because I need to leave here at 8 and then I can check out from here because I'm literally checking out tomorrow and I'm not coming back. So that's the plan. I'm essentially not getting breakfast for the sake of getting breakfast because I did pack my breakfast sandwich. I'm basically getting it to show y'all what it's about. And who knows, maybe I'll have like something small there because again, it is just like a continental breakfast. And I'm kicking myself. I did not need to meal prep. They provide lunch for us. But because myself and another girl, I found out that somebody who lives in Gananoque is training and she's actually going to be coming back to Ottawa. So that was interesting. We didn't get prepaid on the emails. So I had no idea that lunch was paid for and that they had a lunch for us. So I'm sitting here now feeling like a jackass because I already packed my lunch. So I'm going to eat the lunch that I packed. But I was talking to my mom. She's like, you better eat the lunch tomorrow. She's like, you do not want to think that you're stuck up and full of yourself. I'm like, it's not that I'm stuck up and I'm full of myself. I had to eat what I took with me yesterday because it came out of the fridge. And I don't even know what I'm going to do with the stuff that's currently in the fridge. Like I'm going to have dinner today. I guess I could eat it for dinner when I get home tomorrow because I have cooler bags, so it will be fine. And I think it'll be okay if I just eat it for dinner tomorrow. So we'll be all right if I just have my dinner tonight and then have one for dinner tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna do. I made chicken and orzo salad. I don't know if I said that earlier when I showed you the meals that I had, but now I'm like, I didn't need to meal prep because I meal prepped on Saturday and it was crazy. Like I was rushing to meal prep on Saturday because I was going out Saturday night and I needed to take a nap before I went out. Yes, I need to take a nap before I go out because I went out at like midnight, 12:30. So I needed a nap. But either way, we're here now and I showed you some B-roll. So we will go through what I got. We will start with Tim's first. So I just got their pumpkin spice muffin and the center is their cream cheese frosting. Really love these muffins. I mean, they're probably higher in calories, but it is what it is. I was gonna say I was trying to have relatively healthy meals, but I mean, one muffin's not gonna kill me in the grand scheme of things. And then my favorite order is a Earl Grey tea. This is 1 milk, 2 sweetener. That's what's in there. It's usually 2 milk, 2 sweetener, like a double. And this is what I really miss about being at home. I could have my teas, not necessarily having tea. There's no kettle in my room, so I can't make tea. And I never inquired if there was all day like access to tea. There was all day coffee, but can't do that. I went into Sephora. I went in here because I had some stuff in my cart that I wanted to get. Some things that are empty or getting empty. Now, I went in looking for the Incalis and Josie Moran. They don't have Josie Moran at this location. So I ended up buying something else instead. But either way, this is the vitamin C serum. Mine at home, it still has a little bit in the bottle, but for some reason it's not squirting or coming out. I did drop the bottle a numerous amount of times. but I do really love this for my hyperpigmentation. It works wonders. I love it. Haven't used it a lot recently. Yes, when I went to get that hoodie, I did pick a little, so I do have some new scarring, some that are fading. And then the next item is from Rhodes. So that's it there. I don't even know if it's gonna focus. Yeah, so this is from Rode. I can't even do like a short form clip because the lighting's so bad. I could probably do it in the bathroom and get away with it because there's white walls in there. And then I can do that because I don't have any natural lighting here today. It's not sunny, it's raining. This is in the color Spin. And the reason that I got Spin is because it's supposed to be like a plum color. I believe that's the one that's supposed to be plummish. But I wasn't even sure when I went in there because when I swatched it on my hand, it's like a darker brown. But that's it. They're very subtle. I know that these get a bad rap because they don't last really long, but they're lip contours and it's kind of like lip liner. You'd have to reapply lip liner anyway. So I will see for sure if the color is supposed to be the plum one or if I bought the wrong shade. But again, it's a nice brown anyway, so I'll be fine. What shade is this? Oh yeah, no, so the Spin is supposed to be the rich plum brown. You see there, that's the color on the screen. It says rich brown or rich plum brown. So yeah, doesn't really look that color on my hand, but hey, I'm trying to look, sorry, you can't even see me. I'm trying to look at like the swatch color. But either way, yeah, let's look. So if we look down, it's the second one from the bottom, this one right here. So, I mean, it is what it is. The reason I got this is because I have the lip peptide in PB&J and I just think that they'll look good together. It is 5:18 now. I have a little bit of golden berries left over from today. So I have a few of my golden berries and blackberries. I had already washed this. And then I just have some of my Farm Boy crackers. I'm probably gonna just chill out and do that. I don't know why, but I'm showing up really orange on here. Hopefully I can remedy that and rectify it. I do have my clip light. Then when I turn it on, it's just too bright and washes me out. But either way, I'm probably just gonna chill. I do want to go for a walk, but the area is not really walkable in my opinion. So I don't know. I don't know if that's something that I'm going to venture out and do. I really did want to remain active, but I think it will do my body good to have two rest days. So yeah, I think I'm just going to go do some short form for this. And then that'll be that. We will touch base tomorrow morning. I'm really hoping that I take my bottom for breakfast. Because it is complimentary, like it does come with my stay, so it'd be nice. And the dining room is actually really nice. From what I did see when I checked in, they have this really nice table and these really nice chairs. So I don't know, we'll see. But either way, I'm gonna go return that phone call, do some short form content, and I will see you in the morning. All right, good morning. I am vlogging on my phone because I don't think it's really wise to take my camera inside to breakfast. I don't know how many people are going to be there. It's probably just a few minutes after 7, so I figured I would just vlog on my phone. It would just be easier that way. As you can see the back of my vicinities. So yeah, we're gonna get some grub. Okay, so I'm back from breakfast. I'm trying not to speak too loud because it is still 7:30 in the morning and that I know that there are people above me and beside me. either way, came back from Brekkie, and as you've seen, it's not even a continental style breakfast, but I knew that because I read the reviews online, and it was pretty much what I read. Bananas, muffins, yogurts, and juice. And some people were like, it's high sugar, which it is if you're going to be taking the muffin, the yogurt, the juice. Like if you took everything, obviously it would be a higher sugar. But for what it is, I'm not mad about it. You are staying at a motel, and I don't know what happened to this eye. I don't know if it has anything to do with my allergies, but this eyelid is swollen and I've been sneezing nonstop. So either way, I did take something for the road. I took a banana and I took the selection muffin. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to eat that now, like in the morning time, or if I'm going to save it for later in the day, like when I'm driving home. Probably do that. Sorry. I like my window jarred so I can see when cars go by, or I can see when people walk by. I also don't like sleeping in complete pitch black when I'm not at my home. So the bathroom light's been on all night, and then I have the little window open. Well, the window's closed, but the blinds are open. So yeah, I'm gonna do like a little lip check of the road contour, and the girlies are right. After you eat, it's pretty much gone. But all in all, I knew that, but I did want it because I have the PBJ lip gloss, or lip peptide. Sorry, it's not a lip gloss. But yeah, today is just literally going to be a chill day. I'm probably not going to pick up the camera until we get back home. But what I will do is I will do B-roll on my phone, because I'm going to get another coffee, but I'm going to get coffee when I get to work. I'm probably going to go and apply some setting powder, because I didn't put any spray, so I know I'm shiny, and I was hella shiny yesterday. But I do have my blot powder. I just don't like too much powder because I do use the Sephora foundation powder, so that literally makes you like very, very matte. But yeah, what time is it? It's 7:31. She's gonna kill me if she ever knows, but either way, 7:31 on the clock. Sorry, I was just waiting for the lighting to come back. I've done a lot of short form content. Like I did a short get ready with me. Hold on, I'm gonna turn up the brightness. There we go, that's better. I did a lot of short form content, so I did a get ready with me this morning. I did B-roll when we went shopping yesterday, and yeah, it's a first. Especially the get ready with me short form. I'm just like, whatever, you know, why not? Gives me something to do. I will say that this work trip has been very lonely. I don't like being cooped up, and I think probably it's because I'm cooped up in an area that I don't really know, like a town I don't know. I googled yesterday, and all of like the tourist attractions are probably like a kilometer away, 2K away. The problem is it rained yesterday and it's raining today, and I knew that was going to happen. I checked the weather before I left to pack to know what kind of clothes to bring with me. And it was like a 50% chance on Monday and a 75% chance today. It's 100% chance of rain today. I'm gonna check the forecast actually, because I didn't check if it's an all-day thing. I don't enjoy driving in the rain. So no, it's until about 11 o'clock and then 3. So I'm hoping that it doesn't rain at 3, because we got off yesterday around 3:30, and I'm hoping today is like another early day. They pay us for the whole day, which is good, even if we're not there till like 5, which is nice. And I think they try and make it so that we're not there till 5, so that people can have a break, because it's kind of just a really boring session. And I don't know if I told you guys, but I did make a connection with somebody who is actually going to be going to work at the same residence that I'm going to be working at in Ottawa. So that's cool. That's nice. Those of you who know me, you know, we have a test run period. If you pass the probationary period, then, you know, we can lock in. But it's that is it Future? I think it was Future and them, No New Friends. I bumped that religiously. I think that's like my religion. But either way, I've chatted your ears off for long enough. I'm going to just do a little sweep, make sure I took everything that I needed to take with me. And as per usual, we probably, well, not probably, we are going to touch base when I get back. I'm not going to close out the video just yet. I have no idea what they're buying us for lunch today. I'm hoping it's something healthy because yesterday it was healthy, and I would hate for it to be like pizza today. And then I'm going to be like, hey, one, my belly is going to run me. And two, them carbs though. So either way, you snooze, you lose. But my mother did say you better eat their food today because she's like, you do not want them to think you're stush. So with that being said, I'll see you guys later. All right, so I'm finally back home. I know you can probably hear that whimper, that whine. That was Henny Bean. Yes, I changed. I washed my face because I'm gonna get ready to do cardio, and I don't like doing cardio when I have any makeup on. I will sometimes if I have like just concealer and stuff on. Anyway, my lips are really dry. One sec. Let's see if we can peruse the room without like the mess. I mean, you guys have all seen the boxes by now. You all know that they're there. Sorry, I'm trying to twist this off with my left hand. As much as I'm ambidextrous, I don't particularly care for having to do tasks with my non-dominant hand. Yeah, there we go, much better. Just looked very, 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 very washed out. I'll screw on the lid later. That's not a problem for right now. But yeah, so I did wash my face, change my clothes. I'm gonna go do some cardio. I know I could just take today off, but I really don't want to. I have the energy, so I figure I'm just gonna go walk on the treadmill. I don't have enough energy to say I'm gonna go do a whole entire run. I'd be lying. I didn't walk while I was in Gananoque, or I didn't run or exercise or anything really, because I booked a room that didn't have a gym. I booked a facility that didn't have a gym. My mistake, in all honesty. Moving forward, if I want to stay active, I know that I need to do things like that if I ever am put in this position again. It wasn't a vacation, right? So on vacation, do I book places with rooms? Generally not. Or sorry, a room with a gym? Generally not, because when I'm on holiday, I'm not there to work out. But I do try and remain active on my holidays. So when I went away for a really long holiday 2 years ago, I did a lot of walking, and I planned for walking. But again, Grenada is a place where you can do a lot of walking anyway, so just kind of fit in where it fit in. I made a shitty decision today to eat the people damn lunch. Thank goodness I ate that breakfast this morning. I generally am not a breakfast person. People who know me know that my breakfast is not my first meal. Like when I get up, I'm so used to doing fasting that I generally am fasting without even tracking it. I used to track it on the Zero app, but now I don't really need to. So generally, I'm usually always in a fasted state in the mornings. I generally break my fast when I'm good and ready. This morning, that was different because I obviously woke up, did the B-roll. I'm not going to just go there and film food. I might as well have something small. So I did that, and then I was just drinking coffee when I got to the training and water. I was still relatively full, so I didn't eat, and then lunchtime came around. Y'all saw the B-roll. So it was a vegetarian lasagna, which I'm fine with, then garlic bread and a salad. So I took some. I didn't eat that. All I had was a salad. The garlic bread was it was soaked. It was soft. I said, no. And then the casserole just tasted disgusting. But mind you, we had to get fitted for our masks, so I don't know if it was a taste issue on their end or a taste issue with the solution that you have to basically inhale taste for the mask fitting. So I don't know if that was the issue. So I didn't end up eating that. I had my banana. So I had the salad. I had a banana that I walked with, and some golden berries and some blackberries and 2 cookies. And then I said to myself, while I'm driving, I'll eat my sandwich that I brought for breakfast, and then the rest of my golden berries, and I had some crackers. I didn't end up eating that, so my dinner is really going to be like a mismatch of things because I still have those 2 orzo salads that I have to try and make into one. I might not eat all of the orzo salad. I might test it with Henny, see if Henny likes it, and then if he does, I'll give him a portion, because I mean, honestly, it's all veg, so Henny's fine. It's just a matter of flavor. My dogs are very finicky when it comes to flavor and texture. So the people didn't lunch, it made its way to the garbage, but I flipped it upside down, so it came on. I put it on a plate and I just flipped it over because I didn't want them to feel bad, because even the cook came in when she saw me and another girl weren't eating. She's like, are you guys not eating? I said, you know what, let me just get up and go and get some of these people them lunch, and also I don't want to be stush, as my mom said. So I was texting my mom the whole time. She's like, well, bon appetit, and she's like, well, you did bring your sandwich, so eat that. I said, yeah, but I picked the wrong day to eat the training lunch. It was in-house. So yeah, that was that. Sorry, I'm getting alerts on my watch. The drive back was great. If you're from Ontario and you're traveling from like Kingston, Toronto, and you're in the West End, you can take Highway 7, or you could take the 401. But generally, depending on where you live, you're gonna have to like backtrack. So I took the 401, took the 15, and then took Highway 7. And even if you live in Ottawa and you want to divert some of the traffic, I honestly say going that route is faster sometimes, because then you divert through any of the traffic and any of the nonsense, especially if you live in the West. If you live in the East, you might as well just take the 401 and then hop back on the 417 at the split. But generally, you know, West End, and I mean the West End is very large, but if you do live West Ottawa, 401 is great. But if you don't want to deal with the craziness on the road of the people and you want a calm, scenic route, take the 15, then merge onto the 7. But I will say, if you're not used to rural driving, don't do it, because as much as the speed limit is like 80, drops down to 60 and goes back up, you do have those people, those odd people who will want to cut over and go over the line. I generally don't pass on rural roads. I don't like to, as much as it may be safe. Sometimes you don't know what's coming on the other side, or you don't have enough room to merge back. I've heard too many horror stories from people that I don't bother doing it. One of those things that I generally don't do. But if you're comfortable with all of that stuff and you are a comfortable driver, I say rural is always better. It's more scenic, it's nice to look at, and if you didn't know, your girlie likes that kind of stuff. But either way, that is about it. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I have a few appointments to go do. I think I said that earlier, but if I didn't, they wanted me to start tomorrow, but I said I couldn't. I said Thursday because I do have I have an appointment that's relevant to that. I have to go get my second step of the TB2 test. My first test was negative. The second test, generally, if you're negative, is just to reconfirm what showed up on the first test. And then, yeah, it's just gonna be a really chill day. I was supposed to have a second appointment, but that is dodgy podgy. So I'm just gonna deal with it on an appointment that I have on Monday. I'm gonna try and slide it into that appointment. It pertains to my car. But yeah, that's what's up. That's our life update. So if you made it this far, of course, thank you for sticking it out. Thank you for rocking with your girl. And I appreciate all of the support that you guys have given. And thank you so much for joining my community. If you made it this far and you're not tapped in yet, what are you waiting for? Tap in. Join the community. It's so much fun over here. I try my best to be as transparent and take you in the moments with me. And it's just been a journey. We've been through it. If we're being completely honest, I moved back home with you guys. I've done life, trying to get anyways, we all know the word. I'm trying to get readjusted to life, okay? I took you through my woes, my ups, my downs, having plans to go and do graduate studies, then having a door shut and having doors shut after that, and now they're reopening. So if you've made it this far in the journey, thank you, because you know it's been fun. It's been fun having a little space where I can document my little diary online and have those of you who wish to follow with me, and those of you who are actually part of my life who don't really get to be right next to me, you still get a little slice of my life. So thanks so much. I'm gonna end it here because I've yipped and I've yapped for long enough. Take care, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.